Hello, it's Ruby and I hope that you're having a lovely day so far. So today I'm going to be doing a video which I have been thinking about doing for a really long time actually. I love reacting to my diary videos. They are very, very amusing. It's that contrast between your younger and your older self, and I'm really interested philosophically by the relationship between these two persons and how they connect to each other, and I think diaries are a really interesting way to explore that. I have been daily journaling for a couple of years now. These are 3 of my diaries. If I'm completely honest, since joining university I have got out of the habit of daily journaling and I really want to get back into it. From the ages of 14 to 17, I daily journaled every single day. This journal, however, is my diary that I kept from the age of 8 to 12. I didn't journal that much with this one, but today I'm going to be reacting to this one because it is definitely the most amusing. I haven't read through it for a couple of years, particularly because it is anti-bullying week at the moment. I wanted to put a spin on this video and actually react to a diary entry when I was being bullied. It is anti-bullying week at the moment. Anti-bullying is something I feel very strongly about. It's something which I've struggled with in the past, and I think it's really important for us to talk about it. I don't think it's just bullying. I think that's a really dangerous way to frame bullying and frame issues surrounding it, because ultimately it boils down to much greater issues which are more fundamental in society. It's not just bullying in the school ground, but it's that hatred and it's that lack of understanding which then contributes to conflict in adult life. So I think it's really important for us to treat bullying as a serious issue while we're still when kids are young, as a way to prevent discrimination and hatred in the future. By the way, this camera I've just realised is running out of charge, so I'm now going to change cameras. I'm very sorry, it's going to look different. In terms of timeline for when I was bullied, something I struggled with when I was in year 5, but that was more loneliness and general unfriendliness more than bullying. The diary entries I'm going to be reacting to are more with unfriendliness and loneliness. I was quite isolated when I was in year 5. I didn't have many friends because I'd had some friendship problems at the end of year 4, and so I felt very lonely in year 5, and I remember feeling very lonely. It was I really enjoyed time outside of school and I enjoyed lessons, but break times were just something I really hated when I was in year 5. And today I'm going to be reacting to those diary entries from when I had very few friends. I already know this is going to be so embarrassing. I don't even know why I'm making this video. Today I realised that friendship is really important. My spelling was also awful, so realise is spelt R-E-L-I-S-E-D. Important is spelled with an E. I really struggled with spelling when I was in primary school. Today I realised that friendship is really important, that you can't just throw them away. They could lead you away from misery and take you into happiness. Yes, Ruby, that's a lovely thing to say. Very dramatic, I've realised. Reading through this entry is already quite dramatic. I really loved drama when I was younger, and I know that I was a very melodramatic child just because I enjoyed acting it. I can't believe Saffron went off with Erin, leaving me crying sadly. Everyone is with someone. Just go off, leaving a... Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. Just go off, leaving an innocent girl there without any friends to comfort her. An innocent girl. I'm totally feeling sorry for myself here, which really isn't the most productive thing to do. You could definitely channel that loneliness into, and that upset into actually making friends, as opposed to just feeling sorry for yourself. I think at the same time though, it's really easy to beat yourself up. I look back on how I reacted to bullying, for example, in year 8 or year 9, and I think, oh, I didn't handle that right, and that's okay, because when you are bullied, it can be hard to make that really rational, conscious decision. You sometimes know what is the best thing to do, you know what the most logical thing to do is, but you don't always do that because often coping mechanisms aren't rational. Often we just do what we have to do. I do think it's important to not beat ourselves up about how we coped with nastiness at school, because we can't expect ourselves to have that rationale. And so even though I'm really embarrassed by what I've said here, I think that feeling sorry for yourself is quite counterproductive. I equally know that that is a coping strategy, and I evidently did use it. I don't think it was helpful, but at the time I suppose it would have helped me to feel better about the situation. I know what I'm about to say here and this is so embarrassing. Okay, With everyone gone, they won't care if they get hurt. I love how I'm speaking in the third person as well. I'm like, they, this ambiguous they. With everyone gone, they won't care if they get hurt. Then let it all out on people we love. Again, changing my personal pronouns there. This is very confusing, Ruby, in terms of who you're speaking to, why you're speaking. When I was struggling with friendships when I was in year 5, I know that I really took it out on my parents. I was quite angry at home because I was really upset at school. Again, not a great coping strategy. I really regret it. I've apologised to my parents, but it's something that at the time I wasn't able to control, and I think that's okay, and I think that's important to recognise. To take on these coping strategies, it's not your fault necessarily that you take them on, because you don't choose which coping strategies you're going to use. It's really good to be aware of and try to recognise when a coping strategy isn't positive and when it's actually really not helping you at all. I will from now on go to comfort someone, if not friends, in sight, and ask them what is wrong, but I bet it will always be the same. The next day they'll be off playing. I myself say if no one comforts someone or plays with them for 3 days, I will be their new friend, if they're in my class. Oh, I hate that I had this mindset. When I got into senior school, I didn't think about it so much, but when I was in primary school, I was very much like, oh yes, you can only be friends with people in your class. I think that's a really bad way to look at things, especially because my year groups were very small at primary school. I had 20 people, like 18, 20 people in my year. I will from now on go to comfort someone, if not friends, in sight, and ask them what's wrong. Obviously that's very broken English. I really do think that bullying helps you to be more empathetic. The only person I can trust is Maisie. Maisie was my out of school best friend. We saw each other all the time. But I need someone in school to help me comfort me if I hurt myself or are sad. Oh, Ruby, literally my English was terrible. To help me comfort me. It's not just to comfort me, it's to help me comfort me. Someone who would care if I hurt my finger badly in lacrosse. I remember this, we were playing lacrosse and everyone was just getting a bit excited, I think, and put their lacrosse sticks in the middle. We were trying to like get the ball. You had to fight to get it. Because people were being very energetic and excited about the activity, someone bashed into me. My finger ended up getting stuck in the middle of the lacrosse stick. There was a big cut on the finger and it did hurt, but I don't remember being upset about the fact that I'd hurt myself, but I remember being really, really upset because no one asked if I was okay, even though it was quite clear that I'd hurt myself, like I had blood running down my hand. It just really upset me. I'd been really upset for quite a while because I was really struggling with friendships and I was feeling quite lonely, and so that really sent me over the edge. I think everyone can relate with that, you know, when something just happens and it just makes you... That's what happened to me, so I asked if I could leave the room, and then I went into the changing room and I just started crying. My PE teacher came in and she was so lovely to me, like really caring. I really appreciated that because when I was a kid, I didn't accept care from adults because I thought myself too grown up. Someone who would care if I hurt my finger in lacrosse. Someone who likes me for who I am. No one asked if I was alright when I hurt my finger. Though I think the new PE teacher likes me. She asked if I was okay. When I cried in PE because I didn't have any friends, I said I was not good at PE, and she comforted me. I pretended it was because I was bad at PE, because I felt too embarrassed to say that I didn't have any friends. One, only, them, and... I don't even know what I'm saying here. Only PE teachers has ever done that to someone as pathetic as me. Oh, that's really sad actually. But things pick up. Look at this. Saturday 19th of June, this is ages, as I said, I didn't journal very frequently. I have a new best friend / friend, Sophia and Mia, in school. Of course Maisie is still my all-time best friend, but Sophia and Mia helped me in school and stuff, like I mentioned earlier. So that's really nice. By the end of the year, I was a lot happier. That's my first reacting to a diary video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I plan on doing some more, mainly with this one because it's the oldest, maybe with this one too. Yes, I hope that you enjoyed watching this. Remember that the whole of this series I will be leaving resources down below to help if you are being bullied. Also linking short films that I like, which helped me when I was being bullied, and also books which might be able to help you come to terms with what's happening. I personally find that when I'm going through something, I like to read literature around it because it helps me feel less alone. Not sure if anyone else relates with that, but if so, I will leave a bullying book list down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I look forward to sharing the rest of this series with you. And so I hope that you have a productive week, and remember that we can be kind.